This year, McLean had to hire multiple new teachers to restaff for the year in order to accommodate for the high number of new students.
As you know, we had a higher enrollment this year than we have in previous years. We're up about 100, 150 kids, and so that called for hiring many more teachers. This year, I think we're up to 25, almost 30.
I'm Mr. Thomas, but my third period calls me Mr. Billy. I teach physics here at McLean High School.
My students call me Maestra Heath. I am a Spanish teacher here at McLean High School. I teach Spanish 1 and Spanish 2.
I prefer to be called Miss Fraser or Miss F. Either works for me. And then I teach Algebra 2 and Pre-Calc, so I'm in the maths department.
I prefer to be called Mr. L. It's actually Lekowitz, but they call me Mr. L. And I teach English 10, and I also teach English 12 honors.
My name is Elisa Talmadge. My students can call me Mrs. Talmadge or Mrs. T if you want, because Mrs. Talmadge has been hard for some people. I am the school counselor here for students A through CA.
This is my 19th year of teaching. I've taught in a variety of different schools, a little farther south in Virginia. I've even taught community college level English.
I've only taught for about a half year at Radford High School, but I've also done lots of training. I used to train the recreational sports staff at Virginia Tech, so that was actually one of my backgrounds, doing that before I moved into teaching full-time.
I have taught for 13 years, previously in Fairfax County.
I have been working with students for the past 6 or 7 years, but this is actually my first experience in a high school, so I'm really excited to be at McLean.
At McLean, the environment is very friendly. I do like that. That's much different than what I was used to where I was working before this.
The respect from the kids, it's fantastic. I've never been in a place where kids have thanked me for a lesson afterwards, so it's pretty cool.
McLean has very polite students. It's been really fun to get to know the students.
You guys are pretty cool. All the students seem really welcoming, so I feel very welcome so far since it's my first year here.
What brought me here, my wife is actually, now that we have all of our kids out of school, my wife is starting to pursue a degree at George Mason, and so we decided to move up from Fredericksburg. So I come up here because, yeah, it's where we want to be.
I've been off for a few years, taking care of my little boys, my sons, and we moved to this area, and luckily there was an opening for Spanish and I got the job, so I'm excited to be here.
I like the area. Before this I was working in a coal mine, and it's much nicer here, and there's a lot more restaurants.
And finally, here's some advice from Dr. Riley to the new teachers.
There's that old saying, don't let them see you until December. That's not really true. Enjoy your kids, build relationships with them, get to know them, have some fun. It all is going to be okay.
Signing off for WMHS News, this is Brendan Kemp, Zach Anderson, Matt Wong, and Milo Stroik.